How you going, everyone? Ooh.
Good afternoon, one and all.
I just put a new switch in my lathe and I just tested it and it works. Look at that. See how long this one lasts. Or more to the point, how long it doesn't. So I was doing your favourite part, Robbo. I was sanding too.
Ah,
I was just taking off the glue where the glue spreads out.
yeah,
When it's drying, I was just taking all of that off, and now I'm just taking the sanding scratches off.
yeah.
So I'm going to put it on the other camera so everyone can see it a bit better. But we'll see how we go.
Yeah, I think that's going to come up pretty specky, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that glue definitely makes a major improvement on some of the crap I've been using. That's for sure.
Ah, that's good. Geez, we got my vicarious life in there again, Dan, isn't it?
How you going, Dan?
Yeah, I'll be in and out a bit, Jay. I've got to keep an eye on Bill.
Yeah, no worries.
What grid are you down to now?
Oh, 240.
Yeah, right
Pretty
here.
much the last one I use. Well, should I go down to a finer grit?
I'll probably go to 320 and then put sanding sealer on it and use the Yorkshire grit.
All right. I haven't got 320, but I've got 600.
No,
Too much?
too much of a jump, yeah.
All right, I'll just go sand and sealer and Yorkshire then after.
Yeah. All right, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay. How you going, Scott? Will be in and out a bit today. He's got a friend that's building a camper truck at his house, like a 4-wheel drive big thing. So he's helping him out with that every now and then. Comes back. Oh yeah, nice. Did the boss give you permission to build a bit more workshop area, or are you just making space in your original space that you've got? Do you want the link to come in here so you don't have to type? Oh, okay. That would have made some space then, that's for sure. Hey, Rob,
Scott.
Can you send him the link, please?
Yeah, all right. I don't know if that's worked or not.
Yeah, that worked. Yeah. It's come up on my StreamYard chat anyway.
All right. Just so that works, Scott. Well, I might have to do this, actually.
I can send it if you want.
No, just try that. Just see. I copied it off the address bar up the top.
Yeah, that's where I normally get it from.
Yeah. The first one I did from my notification in Messenger, so.
Oh, yes, bit different like that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, try the second one.
He's
Scott.
in the background waiting for you to let him in.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Hello.
G'day.
G'day, mate. How are we doing?
All right.
Good. Yourself?
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
What?
Rearranging the workshop for the 50 millionth time.
You know that I've been in this workshop for 30 years, and it gets rearranged, with the exception of 2 lathes, it gets rearranged at least every 2 weeks.
Well, I've got rid of my big lathe. So I'm just going to have the little lathe for the time being until I get the Coronet Herald, and I'm just going to have one lathe.
Oh, yeah.
So that area over here at the moment, I don't know if the camera twists around. Now that's been turned into my scroll saw area, rather than have the scroll saw and a mobile trolley.
Yeah.
And then when you think you've got it right, you go and buy something else, and you think, God, and then the domino effect starts once more.
Yep. It's coming slowly. Rome weren't built in a day.
No. I'll tell you what, if my 2 big lathes weren't bolted down, they'd probably be moved every couple of weeks too.
I've lost count what generation this is on now.
Yeah.
Move it round. So. What we turning, Jay?
I got some red gum burl from Robbo's house when I visited there last week.
Nice.
Just it's been a bit of a project, I suppose, at the moment, lasting a little bit longer than I thought. I've had to, have half a bottle of super glue in there, and because it's renowned for cracking really badly, and it's got a lot of sappy, like this bit here. It's a bark inclusion, but it's also got the sap that comes out of this goes like resin. It's like a glassy resin when it dries. So there's heaps of spots where it looks like it's a crack, but it's actually where the resin has kind of dried out in it,
Okay.
Yeah, so it's and then on the inside, when I flip the camera around a little bit later, it's got a really big, like, goes all the way across the bottom of the bowl, a sap inclusion in there, and then right in the middle of that, it's got a big blob like that with bark in it. So I've filled all of that in with some dried out coffee and stuff like that, and again glue. Hopefully it's stable in the middle there. And I was just been taking off the stuff that the glue leaves on the edge of stuff. Just been taking that off and getting the scratches out. And then yesterday, halfway through my live, my on-off switch died. So that was the end of that. But it was out of warranty by a month, but the company still replaced it for free.
That's all right then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been in. I've been working late and nights, so it's just been.
Yeah. And how's work going, Scott? Just coping with it all right?
Yeah, all right, mate. All right.
Oh, that's good.
I've got 2.5 weeks off now. Whoop whoop.
Whoa, whoopee do. Of course, you won't finish reorganising the place at the end of that time, I can assure you.
No, because tomorrow the missus wants me to rearrange the kitchen. I thought if we moved this cupboard and we put this cupboard here and we took... Yeah, all right, I'll do it tomorrow.
Well, my wife brought home a dishwasher when we moved back into our original house. We had it rented for 6 years while we were living elsewhere. And when we moved back in, she said, right, I want a dishwasher. So I said, okay. So she goes and buys a dishwasher. Now, the biggest problem is that between the time the house was built 30 years ago and the last 10 years ago is that the dishwashers are 4 inches higher. They go into a whole cupboard, not a drop cupboard,
Yep.
So we had to pull that cupboard out. But that cupboard was joined to another cupboard, which had the sink in it, which was joined to another one that had the stove in it, which was joined to another one that she wanted something else there. So by the time we'd finished, we tore the whole kitchen out. We were using a camp stove to cook on, basically. And $46,000 later, because, we can't put the old appliances back in. No, we've got to have this and we've got to have that. So new stove, new fridge, new cooktop, new dishwasher, new pantry, new this, new that.
All for the sake of a dishwasher.
All for the sake of a dishwasher, that's it.
No, she's my missus suffers a lot. She's had a lot of surgeries and stuff, and getting under the stairs to get the Hoover and bits out.
Oh yeah.
It's getting difficult for her, so it's just making some changes to make life a bit easier for her.
Oh, well, that's it, isn't it? Happy wife, happy life.
Yep. Hence why I'm in the workshop at 2:30 in the morning.
Ah, right. Now,
Keep
hold
them
on, I've got to
Keep them happy during the day, and then
keep
get
yourself
something
happy
here
at
in
night. Yeah.
I've got a project on the lathe that's been on there week and a half.
Ah, that all.
Yeah. All I need to do is like put the bowl bit in it. Scrap it off. The you know the YouTube cross-channel challenge.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's water in it this time round.
Yep.
Don't know how well that's showing. It's all
Wait
powering
on,
off.
I'll put you on full screen. Oh, wait on. How can I do that?
Since I've been logged in at Robbo's house, he's now got the key, the login details to my StreamYard, so he's got full access like I do.
That's come up fantastic, actually, Scott.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Power carved and airbrushed and
yeah.
So it's literally just the bowl bit in the middle.
What paint did you use for that?
That's chestnut spirit stains.
Oh,
for an airbrush.
That's not fair. No, we can't get that here. That's why I said that.
No, we can't get chestnut or we can't get any of the good stains like intergrain and all those out there either.
That's it. He's just teasing us, Robbo. Kick him out.
No, I'm quite lucky. Terry that owns Chestnut supports the channel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Have a word with him, will you, and get him to post to Australia.
I'll tell you what, I
can't even ship to Northern Ireland at the moment.
No, well,
and
it's
that's
not
part
that.
Of the UK.
Yeah, it's not that. It's they've got to change their labelling, I think, as well for Australia, and it's got to be. I don't think it could be air freighted because it's flammable.
Yeah.
And we just don't have a big enough population to warrant it. That's the problem.
The Hampshire Sheen intrinsic colours, they're water-based.
Oh, they should be able to, well, maybe it's got more to do with population, but I must admit I do enjoy Terry's lives, if you like, with the good, with the well-known turners. So they're excellent.
Yeah, I think I'm lined up for later in the year or possibly next year. He's got loads lined up.
Oh, yeah.
And because he supports me, I'll do it live, mate. It's not a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's right. You should be familiar with that band. I spent all day yesterday in the hospital, so that's to let them know. Oh, wait on.
What are you allergic to?
I'm allergic to work. No, but no, I was having pains in my chest and that, and I thought I better go to a doctor and have a look. So
yeah,
wandered off to emergency. They reckon I've still got a heart that's beating okay. So, because 6 months ago I had a stent put in.
Yep.
So, and it was the same sort of pain, but not as bad. And so I thought I'd better go and have a look this time.
You only get one ticker, didn't you?
Well, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, we red bands over here are if you've got an allergy. Normally they're white. If you've got an allergy to something, then you get a red band.
Yeah.
Scott.
Yep.
Can you turn into you're at work now and tell him that he needs to get one of them digital watches that keeps an eye on his heart rate and stuff?
Jay, do you know how accurate they are?
I don't know, but it's got to be
not very, mate.
It's got to be better than not having one, though.
We went to a lady. It's got to be 2 weeks ago. Her Fitbit said she had a heart rate of 235.
Whoa.
Yeah. We got there, she had a heart rate of 79.
Oh.
And that was on an ECG.
Okay. Well, Dr. Bob seems to work all right, so I don't know. Maybe I'll hassle him to hassle Robbo out or something.
You know, they work to an extent, but they're not 100% accurate.
Yeah. My wife's got a pacemaker, and it's actually monitored via Wi-Fi and goes back to a base, you know.
Yep.
And anyway, about 2 or 3 years ago, I get a frantic phone call. This is so-and-so from whatever company it is. We monitor your wife's heartbeat. I said, oh, yeah. Is your machine working and plugged in? I said, yes, it is. Why? Oh, well, we're not getting a reading, or we're getting erratic readings, or we're not doing this and that. I said, oh, well, probably got something to do with the fact that she's 20,000 kilometres away at the moment. Oh, well, thank you. And they were nice about it. And they said, look, in future, could you notify us, please, if your wife is going to be away for more than 2 or 3 days from it, just so as we can say yes. And when you get back home, just give us a ring and tell us to look at it again.
Yeah.
So
this is going to get interesting. Maybe I shouldn't have put anything on it.
why?
Because I was going to burn on the outside.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
I lend you a new toy and you got to burn every bloody thing.
Come here. Stick your hand out. No, actually, stick your tongue out, eh?
All right, we'll just sand it again with the 240 and that'll be fine. All right?
Yep. Even the
Believe me,
birds
that burner will burn through the sanding sealer with no problems at all.
Oh, yeah, no doubt it'll just stink. But anyway, you kind of get a bit of a gist on
what it's going to look like, yeah.
See, I wouldn't burn that. The grain in that's really pretty.
Yeah, well.
That's cool. Good on you. No, I've already planned what I'm going to do on it, and so no, it's not,
to their own, isn't it?
It's not exotic for us, you know. It's just stuff that just falls off the trees and is annoying sometimes. So
yeah, see, that'd be exotic over here and cost me a fortune.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right.
I bought a red Mali pen blank middle of last year. Cost me 15 quid.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I should cut all of the burl I've got up into pen blanks and send them to England.
Just sell the burr, mate, over here.
Sorry?
Just ship it as a burl over here. I've got a bit of Jarrah burr to turn as well. It's like,
oh, yeah.
I want to make my mind up what I'm going to do with that because that was so expensive.
No, I bought 650 kilos of it. One piece is 1,200 across and 380 mil thick.
Jeez.
No, there's a bloke that used to make tabletops over here out of it, like slice it through and through.
Yep.
And, he's getting like me. He said, I'm just getting too old for it now. He said, make an offer on buying the whole lot of it. So I sort of did. Hello, you sexy specimen of manhood.
The Blackwood chicken milker.
Yeah.
I wish this glue were bloody dry.
You better send him a link.
You should be able to see the link in the chat.
Well, you should be able to. Come on in, Doc, where it's nice and warm. Oh, Jesus, that'd be too much.
Even him just typing it is too much.
Well, this is right. Yeah.
That's an image you don't want in your head.
And he's yelling it.
Yeah. Yeah. He must be a long way away from the computer. Yeah, you're just giving me nightmares for a month now, Dark. You can join the rest of them that I've got. Oh, you narcissistic person, you.
The question is, though, is Dark as sexy as Wayne's hands?
He seems to think so.
He's dancing around his bedroom at the moment going, I'm sexy and I know it.
Yeah, with Rod Stewart blaring away on the stereo.
Yeah. If you want my body.
Yep.
I met Rod Stewart.
Oh, yeah.
Bloody hell, years ago. 10 plus years ago. I went to... I used to fit electric meters. And the boss rang me up and he said, I've got a special job. He said, I need you to go. Because he said, I know you're always clean, presentable and whatever.
Yeah.
He said, it's a celebrity. I went, all right. So that job come down on the computer. Yeah, I've got one of those on the van. So I drove up there, pressed the buzzer. Got let in and she went, oh, I just have to go and check because he's got a friend round in the pool room and that's where the meter is. Oh, what? She come back and they went, yeah, it's all right. Go down there. It was Eric Clapton's electric meter.
Oh.
And he was playing snooker with Rod Stewart.
Oh, well.
Result. I rung the mother-in-law. I went, you never guess who I've just met. Because she's a massive Rod fan.
Oh, yeah. Did you ask him for his autograph, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I got it signed on a British Gas, sorry you were out card, because that's all I had in my pocket. I called today to change your meter, but you weren't in.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the inside of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that bark inclusion that I was talking about, the sappy one, it's here because it's kind of covered up with a lot of dust at the moment. And it goes right across there and it's a big blob in the middle of bark and then it goes across and kind of comes out there a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it comes out that side there a little bit.
Oh, well.
But it's full of super glue at the moment, so I think it should hold together pretty well. Then I've made myself some melted up some beeswax and mineral oil, just to try it out. Oh, well, that's a bit glaring.
Yeah.
Hairy
Yeah.
canary. Yeah, anyway, so with that, try that out. And then if there's time, I'll burn some of the back there.
See, that over here is a finished bowl, which sell for loads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same as Greece, isn't it? It's like olive wood over here is really expensive, but in Greece it's just, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, olive wood in South Australia is actually a weed. So it's like, yeah, here too.
But wood turners are like cows, you know. It's always greener on the other side of the hill.
Yeah.
Like weed kills for English oak, English walnut, stuff like that. So
It's shipping it out to you guys is a mission.
oh well, that's right. Yeah, they've got to jump through hoops.
Yeah, your rules on importing wood and stuff. The wife's got relatives in Australia.
Yeah.
And they follow me and they're like, oh, they wanted a piece sent out. And even though it was like kiln dried, I could prove the finishes I'd used on it and whatever, it was still like didn't comply with your import stuff, and it was like, all right.
Yeah. No, we've got. Well, we can't take wood, for instance, from the Australian mainland down to Tasmania. It's confiscated, and that's absolutely ridiculous.
Hmm? How are you, Doc?
Good afternoon, Doc.
How you guys doing?
All right.
I was going to come up on Jay's last live stream. He wouldn't let me in. He wouldn't send me a link or anything. He told me to piss off. I don't know what that was about, but
Good to see your sexy features on the screen.
good to see you guys too, man. I tell you what, Jay came to see you, and while he was visiting you, man, I was sick as a dog.
Yeah, well, I must admit, yesterday I spent all day in the hospital as well.
Oh, in the hospital.
Yeah, and had to have ECGs and things run. I had a bad chest ache, so thought it best to go and have a look. And then, and then the Sheila drove a bloody 3-inch nail into my wrist, I reckon, to try and get blood out.
Mm.
I thought she was going to do the other hand as well and nail me down, you know. But
get you ready for Easter.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but it's astounding. I have to have a blood test once a month anyway, and I deal with one of our local nurses or local doctors here, and Angelique is just so good. You don't even feel it going in, you know. But geez, this Sheila, she had 2 goes at it. The second time I said to her, look, do you want me to do it? I said, I know where the vein is. Don't know why they just don't put a tap on it. But no, importing and exporting timber is a bloody nightmare in a lot of cases. Yeah. You got to make sure it's not on the CITES list and everything else.
Yes, the oak over here is just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We've got a guy there's a guy local to me that makes big, thick garden gates and stuff like that.
Right.
And he puts all his offcuts in a bag and sells it off dirt cheap. It's like, yeah, I'll have some of that. It's like 3x3, 4x4.
Yeah.
Massive bits. And he's like 50 quid a bag. It's like, yeah.
Ah, but have you got 4x2s or 2x4s?
4x2. Not American, mate. Bit of 2x4.
Yeah, yeah. I find that rather interesting, actually.
It's like we have aluminium as well.
Oh, well, this is right, yeah. Yeah.
Over here it's called aluminum.
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 You know, Actually, I read the history of why it was named aluminum in America. The first bloke that made it left the eye out when he put up the signs, and that's how it became known as aluminum in America.
Wow. Well, that's something I never knew. That's something that's
Yeah.
actually kind of cool to learn.
Mm.
Yeah. I never knew why. I just thought it was weird.
Yeah. The other one that gets me is solder. I'm going to solder up this wine. What the hell's this solder business? They seem to forget that it's got an L in there, you know, like it's solder.
Yeah. We have a lot of fun listening to the Brits too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Jay,
colour.
yeah, just make sure you don't getting close to the bottom of that, all right?
What always got
I
me
know.
was biscuits.
Yep.
God, man, why are they giving their kids biscuits? Man, they should give them some cookies or something. You know, why biscuits? You know, because a biscuit over here is totally different. You know, I think
Yeah.
you call them not scones. Or maybe it's no, a scone's a treat. What are they called? What do you call a biscuit over there?
A biscuit.
A biscuit is a sweet, basically. Although you can have savoury biscuits.
That's a biscuit.
Yeah. Oh, that looks like a lemon cream or something, is it?
No, it's a golden crunch cream.
That's a cookie. Over here,
Yeah.
biscuits are they're like a bread.
Oh, yeah.
They're made
Oh,
out of dough.
It's gone.
So I was right. It is a scone then. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, a scone over here is like a cake.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not like a cake. It's more like a it's a coarse bread of sorts. I guess if I had to explain it, it's like bread. We use it for like dipping in gravy and we eat them by themselves too. We make sandwiches out of them and everything else. You know,
All right,
use them
just
for
hold
the
on.
bread for sandwiches and put gravy over the top of them.
Yeah.
Just hold on a second. Jay, check your thickness down that bowl. Don't forget that it decreases towards the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
If you follow a line down, you can easily just circumcise the top.
Only just on the other side of this bit here.
Rightio. Now, check your thickness right where your finger was there.
Now, it just needs to be taken out here, if anything.
Right. But you've got to keep an eye on it because of the shape on the outside. Otherwise, you'll make it too thin.
Yeah, that's where I have troubles matching.
Gotta treat it like a fat guy on a diet, Jay. Small portions.
Oh, good day, Eddie. Mr. Castellan is in.
Oh my. Hi, Eddie.
My chat's on the go slow.
How you going, Eddie?
Let's refresh it.
I think that's a name that I don't think too many people that are woodworkers or wood turners on YouTube wouldn't recognize.
Oh, dead right.
He's a YouTube legend for wood turners anyway.
Yeah, making shavings.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't do your southern accent.
I couldn't do his accent either. He's got that. Oh man, I don't even want to label it because I'll get it wrong. But it's more of an Eastern, like New Yorkish area accent. Yep. I think he was one of the first wood turners I watched on YouTube. Oh.
Yeah, I occasionally check on the World of Wood Turning, not World of Wood Turning, Wide World of Wood Turning or something. It is something that Eddie runs on a Wednesday. The trouble is it's 2 o'clock in the morning for us.
That wouldn't bother me. I'm usually awake anyway.
Excuses.
Hey,
It's 3 o'clock in the morning here.
Yeah.
Eddie, would you like a link to come in so you can talk instead of typing?
Yeah. I'll put it in for him.
Hey, come on in, Eddie. You can tell us everything that Jay's doing wrong.
Right, I'm gonna make a coffee.
That'd be cool.
Got to have a coffee machine in your workshop, Doc.
I should have. I really should have, but I don't.
I've got my kettle outside for making cups of tea, so I'm right.
My coffee cup is as big as a thermos, so and it's actually made by Thermos.
Here you go, Jay. You were saying about you can't get chestnuts.
Wait on, I'll put you up on full screen. Jay, I'm just putting Scott up on full screen, all right?
That's my bit from the other day.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Chestnut. I've got a thing about my Proxon and carving at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Is that done with a power carver or just the Proxon?
Just the Proxon.
Is that pretty tough getting up underneath that lip?
And took it into the missus, and she went, "What's the spiky bit on the top?" It's an art form, love. It's an art form.
You should have told her that's for you to ask questions about.
She went, it would have looked better if you'd just left it as a bowl. Oh, cheers. Thanks. They just don't appreciate it sometimes.
No, dead right.
I'll tell you what it is, love. That's an extra 20 quid on top of the price.
That all?
It's all right. I took like 2 weeks to carve that rose for my beloved, and she told me, "What'd you carve me a rose for?"
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
I would have said,
roses.
bent over, love, and I'll use your ass as a vase.
Oh my. Oh my.
What did you carve me a rose for?
Just open out that flute a little bit, Jay. That's a bit better. And make sure you get the bevel down behind it. Your handle should be right over towards the back wall.
No, I could remember looking up shine juice because I kept hearing about it from different people, and that they were going to put some OB shine juice on their project. Now, what the hell is this OB shine juice stuff? So I typed it in. What popped up, Eddie?
Yeah.
And I watched it, and he was explaining how it wasn't his idea. He actually got the recipe from a friend of his.
I've never used it.
French polishers have been using it for since time immemorial.
Man, I tell you what, French polishing, man, you've really got to have heart to do that.
Oh, yeah. Either that or a masochistic streak, one or the other.
That might be all right.
And then just as you finish it, some idiot goes and puts their finger on it.
What you doing?
While it's still soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you show them the baseball bat you French polished a week ago.
No, you did with lacquer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can wipe it off.
Epoxy.
It's still here, Doc.
Oh my. Ooh, man, it's getting warm up in here, boy. Ooh. I've been noticing that we've been getting our spring weather's coming in, and boy, it's been getting quite warm. I don't know what I'm gonna do when summer hits.
Aircon in the workshop.
No, not mine. That's them fancy turners have air conditioning. My air conditioning consists of the wind and maybe a good box fan.
My air conditioning is I open both doors at once.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that too now. My shop's so small, I went out there and actually worked in it today to try to get it functional to a point where I can do something, and man, it's just overwhelming. I managed to clear a path.
Oh, good on you.
Yeah, so there's that. I got my lathe on stand. Oh my.
Yeah, fill it full of coffee grinds, Jay.
An epoxy.
Hasn't got any of that.
Man juice.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's all right. Yep.
Yeah, put some hot stuff on it, baby. Oh yeah. Work it. Work it.
Terrible when they get a product that describes the two of us, isn't it, Dark?
Huh?
It's terrible when they get a product that describes the two of us, hot stuff.
That's right, baby. We're so hot, the sun can't take lessons from us. That's right. Boy, I tell you what, if Eddie's still around, I bet you he's thinking, what the hell am I watching?
You're watching Roll.
I don't know what the hell happened with my Yeti microphone, but for some reason it malfunctioned.
No, it's working all right at the moment.
Yeah, a moment ago it was, and then I got to notice it. It seems your microphone has been plugged in and unplugged again, and then plugged back in again, and no longer is working. I'm thinking, wait a minute, I didn't unplug it.
Is that when you flip the microphone up and it turns it off?
No, my Yeti is a bigger microphone. That's this one. Oh, if I can get it to come over here, hold on.
You finished that other bottle of glue, Jay?
No, just sometimes I'll forget to put it in the fridge when I go back inside, and I'll open up the shed and see it sitting there, so I'll put it in the fridge and get a fresh one out.
That's a Yeti, Jay.
Okay.
Yeah, that looked funny on the side of my head.
It would look better if your missus was holding it.
Be careful, I'll show you my other rose.
Yeah.
But I have to agree, it would look better if she was holding it. I won't argue that point. She's purtier than I am, for sure.
Oh, that's no contest there.
Why do we have to watch you then?
Because you're trying to work and stuff, and she didn't want you to get hurt. Blinded by her radiance and all.
Yeah, right. It should just be full screen, you know?
Oh, man.
Come full screen, you'll blind us with the glare off your forehead.
I would, wouldn't I? Holy smokes. I tell you what, man, I could take a permanent marker and make that bat symbol right here and just summon Batman.
There you go. Hopefully that holds it.
Well, you sure find some interesting wood, Jay.
I found you.
Well, that wasn't supposed to be put out live.
I thought there was no hold bars here, mate.
Whatever. If that's detergent,
or something, yeah.
that's what turns your lathe on, man. I'm good with it. Let's go.
Here, have this. This is good for you.
Yeah.
You ready? I'll tip it in the camera.
There's no caffeine in that though, Joe.
No. It's got
Is that-
raspberry water.
It's real raspberry water.
That's it.
So is that filtered water, is it?
Yes. Ever since that, I grew up on Adelaide water, right? That's
Yeah.
cool. That's fair enough. I went to Melbourne to visit Robbo, and I drank his lovely, how you could say, maybe filtered water compared to what I grew up with. And then we were going, Amber and I were going somewhere in Victoria, and I picked up a bottle of water that had been in the car from when we came over, and it had Adelaide water in it, and I nearly spewed my guts up. It was disgusting. I wound down the window and out the window it went.
Everybody in Australia hangs it on South Australia's water, you see, because it's full of limestone and stuff, and it really tastes bad. And when Jay first came over, he had a cup of coffee with our water, and he said, "Oh, this tastes terrible," you know. After that day, he thought, "Geez, this tasted pretty good." And of course, then he had his South Australian water and realises why everybody hangs it on South Australia's water.
Yeah.
We got some of the purest water in the world here.
I don't know. It'd be hard to beat Grand Rapids water. Grand Rapids water is 1% water, 99% chlorine.
At least it'll clean your insides.
Oh man, why do you think my hair is white?
It's not like some.
I bleach my hair from the inside out.
Yeah, it's not like some of the bore water that I've washed my hair in. You don't cut it. You just break it off. You know.
I've been in some places here in Michigan that's had some pretty bad water. You know, I mean, I don't know how people were drinking it. Probably shouldn't have been drinking it. I wouldn't drink it. You know, when you turn the tap on, it smells like rotten eggs.
Yeah, sulfur.
Yeah.
Living too close to the swamps.
The well was too deep.
Too deep. Is that what I was telling you?
Yeah, well, sometimes you get the well too deep, you get nasty water.
I reckon it's better water than there. I reckon they're trying to keep it for themselves.
Yeah. That water they could keep for themselves. I wouldn't be mad.
Too much fracking going on.
Oh, don't start that. You'll get me going on Joe and his rum dums. I seen a post on Instagram where they were showing pictures of the new Air Force One, and on the front of it had a picture of a face like the tow truck in Cars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
See, all our memes over here at the moment are Harry and Meghan.
Oh yeah, they would be.
I hear the Queen just loves Meghan.
I don't know. All I thought of that interview was Oprah Winfrey looked like Samuel L. Jackson with a wig on.
Oh, no, now that you mention it, there is a resemblance.
Golly, what?
Nowadays it might be.
Oh, have I still got it?
You know, with all the gender, you know, I identify as, you know, Samuel L. Jackson might be identifying as Oprah.
I must admit, I didn't watch the interview. Not interested.
So there's Samuel L. Jackson, and there's Oprah.
Oh, yeah.
They don't look much different, do they? I think Samuel has a little more makeup on. You know, it's all funny games and everything, you know, picking on people and whatnot. But I tell you what, all the memes and whatnot, nothing really ever really gets to me too bad. But Coke, this new thing Coke did, man, it's just made my blood boil.
Who's that? Sorry.
Coca-Cola.
Oh, what have they done now?
They sent out a letter to all their staff, or they had some kind of pinpoint production or something at the workplace there for their staff, with tips on how to be less white. And I'm sorry, you know, I don't bother people. You know, I don't pick on people unless it's in fun. You know, I mean, they know it's fun, and we're having fun together and whatnot. You know, and imagine if Coke would have said that about black people. You know, this is how you can be less black. I mean, what
we had it middle of last year. The director, or like the board of directors, one of them, she sent out an email to all the staff, and it literally said that all the white staff should apologise to all the black staff. And it was like, for what?
What?
For what?
Exactly. You know, I mean, they're trying to get us to apologize for stuff we didn't do and wasn't around for.
That's right.
And I'm sorry, I won't apologize for being white. I'm proud to be white. You know, and if that offends somebody, I guess they're going to have to get over it.
I live by the adage that I treat people as they treat me, and I've got friends of all races, and they're all good people, and until they shit on me, well, they'll stay my friends, you know.
Yep.
I even like Jay.
Well, yeah, that's a hard mountain to climb, isn't it?
Oh, 2 mountains.
Yeah, well. But no, I'm afraid. Look, I live with Aboriginals and things out here for quite some time, and most of them are good people, same as everything else. And geez, I don't know. I think they're just making too much of a fuss out of it.
There's too many snowflakes in the world.
You know, I'm a little more old school than the snowflakes, you know, and I'm sure there's a few of people out there that are even older than me that will agree with me that there was less controversy over it back in the 60s and 70s, and even earlier than that, than what there is right now.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
You know, I mean, I think they lost track of what their goal was, and I think they met their goal a long time ago, to be honest with you. You know, they wanted to be treated as equals. And I'm speaking of the African American race. You know, they wanted to be treated as equals. And then, you know, I mean, at what point are they going to be satisfied that they're equals?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I tell you what, if it comes to the point where we're not supposed to act white, you know, can you clarify that a little more for me? Because, you know, I don't know what else more we as a white race could do to make them feel welcome. You know, now I'm not saying that there ain't bad people out there, but there's bad people in all races, you know.
Oh, of course there is.
And even Jay's race. Boy, I'm trying to give him a heart. Oh, there it is. There it is.
I did that to my 14-year-old son the other day, and he was like, "Dad, what are you doing?" I went, "Read between the lines."
So now the whole school knows about it.
Yeah, probably.
Yep. You'll be getting a call from the teacher at some point.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I don't care, Doc. The last time the school rung me up, he's not a big lad. He's about my height, but he's been suffering from bullies.
Oh, yeah.
And he was outside the school, and it was one of his friend's birthday, and they were sharing sweets, and they offered George a sweet, and this bully come along, knocked the bag out of George's hand, and went, "You don't need that, you're too fat," and pushed George. So he just turned. He's had it for so long. He just turned around and went, "Crack."
Good for him.
So the school called me in, and I went, "What are you going to do about it?" I went, "Nothing."
Nothing.
You haven't done anything. He's
Take
been
him
pushed.
out.
He's been pushed. He's been pushed.
Yeah.
Yep. I had the same problem with my daughter. She a big girl, you know. I mean, not incredibly big, but she's a bigger girl. And she got picked on by everybody, you know. Finally, she got sick of it and fucking laid into one kid, man. Had the cops up there in the whole 9 yards. Couldn't believe it. You know, when I was a kid, they took us in the office. The principal said, "What you guys do?" And we talked it out, shook hands afterwards, and went back to class. That would have been the end of it.
But it's like all the stabbings and the shootings and stuff we're getting over here, and you know, it's everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
When we were youngsters, if you had a problem, you'd go on the playground, you'd have a fight. The teachers couldn't get near you because everyone was watching.
Yeah.
Problem sorted. There was no weapons. It was all fists.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad told me.
You wouldn't kick a bloke down on the ground either.
No.
Once he went down, that was it. End of sentence. But imagine this. I was the shortest kid at high school. I was only 4 foot tall. I was the youngest. I was only 10 years old when I started high school. And I got picked, and I had white hair like Darks. And man, I got picked on from one end to the other. I had my head shoved down that many bloody toilets I lost count. And it was a group of 4 of them that used to do it, a bloke called Neil Merton. And anyhow, I caught him one day by himself. And he was walking down the outside of our building. Now, we had that, it was concrete with pebbles in it, you know, the Pebble Creek type of stuff. And I timed it perfectly. I grabbed his right arm just as he walked past the opening. I swung him around 180 degrees straight into the bloody brickwork face first. And then I got him in a headlock and ran at the wall. The teachers two teachers saw me and they came out and they had to drag me off him. He had blood from one end of his head to the other. Ended up 2 weeks in hospital. I actually gave him concussion. I got suspended for 3 weeks, but it was interesting what the headmaster said, old Lloyd Jones. He said, "Mr. Robertson," he said, "I have to suspend you because that's the school rules." He said, "But off the record," he said, "I'm glad you did that to the bastard. It might teach him a lesson or two."
Yep.
And he never bullied anybody in the school after that.
No. My dad told me when I first went to school, you know, I didn't really have too many problems with bullies because, you know, I like to fight. But he told me, he's like, if you ever get a problem with a bully, just double up your fists and whack one right on the end of the nose. And that was his cure-all for everything, you know. But yeah, there was a little bit more to it than that usually. To be honest.
My parents were dead against fighting, but you know, like after they'd bloody trashed one of my bikes and spread all the contents of my school bag all over bloody 3 acres, I wasn't very happy.
No.
And the school was doing nothing about it either.
Well, they didn't back then, you know. They figured the kids would work it out. And that's the way it should have been, you know, the kids would work it out. But usually it takes a while for a bully to get worked out, you know.
Yeah.
It takes the right person to come along and, you know, put a knot on their head. Nowadays, there's absolutely no bullying. It's a bully-free zone.
Oh yeah, pig's ass.
I've seen kids go to jail. They come and arrest them, take them to jail. Yeah, well, kiddie jail. Yep.
But then I don't know
Perfect.
what kiddie jail's like in America, but over here it's like a holiday camp, mate.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
When I worked the other side of London, we used to go to Feltham Young Offenders quite often, and it was funny because like something would happen, everyone would get locked up, we'd go in, and this kid's giving it all this as he's going out because everyone's behind locked doors. It's like, mate, you're only going to the hospital. You're coming back here. I'd shut up if I was you.
Hi,
G'day,
Daffy.
Yarpy.
It's like,
Hey, Yappy.
Sexy devil.
my chat is just totally, I don't know what's going on with it.
Yappy was telling me the other day, Robo, he's like, I just can't help going over to Jay's. I was like, why's that? He goes, Robo's just so damn sexy. I couldn't disagree with him.
One day I might start believing that,
Hey, why not start now?
How thin's the top of that bowl, Jay?
Yeah, I was just about to say exactly the same thing, Scott.
I'm just waiting for it to shatter.
Well, with all the
really
cracks,
thin.
with all the cracks around it, I was going to get him to check how much the super glue had gone into it.
Looks like he's turning a watermelon right now. You guys have watermelons over there?
Yeah, we certainly do.
I wasn't sure. I know over there in I think it's Japan. Is it Japan? I think they have square watermelons.
Yarpy says it. Yeah, Dark, I just can't help myself. Oh, wait on, I'll strike the pose for you then, Yarpy.
Oh, work
Hey,
it.
Alfie.
Work it, you Tasmanian devil. Work it.
And I'll flash the eyelashes and flip the hair,
Yeah. Don't do too much and Jay will get excited and hurt himself.
Yeah, well, that's what I could do too.
Did you teach him that trick, Robo?
No, actually, Dr. Bob taught him that trick. I normally used to just wrap tape around it if it was starting to get a bit vibrating. But by the same token, I'd have finished all the top before I started taking out the bottom. So
Yeah, blame Jay.
Yeah.
He does everything backwards.
I'm going very well, Yarpy. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm doing well, mate.
So did you enjoy your visit over there at Robo's, Jay?
I hated every minute of it, man. I had to go around with a mop after him because his jaw was dragging on the ground and there was drool everywhere.
Oh, I bet. I would have been in the same boat. I just would have been drooling all over everything. Like, I need this lathe and this lathe and that lathe and these tools.
I had someone come up yesterday that brought a lathe up to donate to the Veteran Centre that I fundraise for.
Yeah.
And he watches me on YouTube and he come in and he went, "Oh my God," he says, "your workshop." I went, "Yeah." I says, "I don't like it." I said, "It needs to be bigger. I want to thickness the planer. I want a table saw." I said, "Oh," he went, "I've got a 10 by 10 shed."
It's kind of
Believe
like
it or
what
not,
mine is. It's kind of like what I'm working with now.
I started in a 10 by 10 shed and the headstock of my veranda post lathe used to sit outside. I could only turn veranda posts on fine days. So
How'd you keep it from rusting up?
sorry.
Don't you get rain there?
Oh yeah, but it was all covered with tarps and everything.
Oh,
So
okay. You must live in a pretty, well, it's either so big nobody could take it or you live in a pretty decent neighborhood, huh?
no, well the door had a cutout in it that used to fit over the top of it. So
So if they brought their own headstock, they could still turn on the end of it, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh man, it's gonna be
Then
a
I
hot
got a
summer.
then I got a single car garage, and I thought I was king. Now I got the bloody space that you can fit about 7 cars into, and sometimes it's still not big enough.
I don't think the
I don't.
shops ever get big enough. That's the problem. We never have enough tools, and we never have enough room.
You always want bigger, don't you?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm American. Bigger's better.
Supersize me.
That's right, baby. Supersize it.
How's the thickness on that curve going, Jay?
It's getting there. It's getting better.
Yeah, don't keep taking it off the top. Just remove it where it's got to be taken from, not where you think it's going to be.
At the point now where I'm just going to mostly just going to use the scraper or something to just.
Why don't you just use the scraper, Jay?
Oh, thanks, Dark. I wouldn't have thought of that if you weren't here.
Use a brick, Jay.
Always looking out for you. Looking out for you, little buddy.
Come on, Robbo, pull him in line.
Well, it's 3:30 here, so I'm going to call it a night, guys, because I know that she's waking me up at 8 o'clock.
You'll be calling it a day soon.
Well, yeah. You know, it is today. It's the next morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
I appreciate you coming in.
No problem.
Yeah, good to see you, Scott.
Yeah, see you all later. Bye.
Bye.
Easy.
He's a fun guy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you gotta be to hang out with Jay.
Is that why you haven't been coming back the last couple of days, Dark?
Oh man, I've been sick, man. I'm just now starting to feel back to my old self. I had a chest cold, man, that just felt like it was about to kill me.
It's because you went to the hospital.
I think so. I think you're right about that. That ain't even a joke.
No, it's not.
I was fine until I went to the hospital.
That's disease central, that place. That's why I try and avoid doctors and stuff like that at every cost.
My wife says, you know, I went there. I didn't. Well, she got sick first, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And then I think she shared it with us, but I still think it came from the hospital.
Her immune system would be a lot lower than yours too, because of her operation and stuff. So.
Oh yeah, but man, I tell you what, they didn't give her an operation. They just doused her really good with antibiotics, and they may still give her an operation, but they're not sure yet. They want to see how these antibiotics work out.
Yep.
I'm so mad about that because I mean, if that's all it took was antibiotics to take care of it. What they were doing was she'd get sick with it. She'd go to the doctors. They give her enough antibiotics to help her feel better, but they weren't giving her strong enough antibiotics long enough. So it would take care of it for a little bit, and then it'd come back. Yeah,
that's one thing I've noticed. There's definitely a difference between the grade the hospital has and the grade the doctor gives you.
Yeah.
Or the one they give you the script for, you know?
Right. Oh, they got her on some stuff now, boy. I tell you what, it put curls in your hair.
Isn't that what the crust on the toast is for?
I don't know. Tell you what, though. They're on it this time. She's been feeling better than she has in years.
That's good.
And I'm excited. I'm happy for her. I'm hoping that it takes care of it to the point where she can get 100%.
Yes.
Because they put her on all these antibiotics, and then they had to put her on another pill to help her feel better from taking all the antibiotics.
Yeah.
Because the antibiotics were, so strong, and she had been on them for so long that it started messing with her stomach.
Yep.
But
nasty thing, pills sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, well, hey, I'm happy about them right now after taking care of it because 21 years we've been dealing with this.
Yes. I bet you're very happy.
Um,
Really?
happy for her and mad as hell at them for not catching it earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would be too. They're meant to be the professionals.
Right? Yeah. Professional idiots.
Yeah.
The doctor that's taking care of her problem right now is the
Yep.
same doctor that told her, oh God, 20 plus years ago that it was all in her head.
Ah, it's all in his head.
Oh no, she told him that. Uh, she let him know.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
I would have too. I would have laid right into that son of a bitch. Still in my head, motherfucker? How you like me now?
I
Came
think I
on home.
told you about my cousin's wife. Like, she put up with stuff for 25 years.
You know,
Always feeling down and couldn't get out of bed some mornings. Eventually, she walked into one bloke's surgery. And as she's walking through the door, he said to her, "You've got lupus." And they did tests for lupus, and that's exactly what she had, and had it for 20 years or more. No wonder she was feeling bloody crook. G'day, Effie. How are you?
hi Effie. You know, that they thought that she had lupus too. She's been tested for lupus and cancer and Crohn's and all
Yeah,
kinds of stuff. And you know, I guess uh oh, I forget the name of it. Diverticulitis
yeah.
is kind of tough to catch. Um, because it could be there. It could be there 1 minute and not the next. I guess. So
That's it. Yeah.
let me get one of these pops. Call it pop over there or soda?
Well, neither. We call it lemonade.
Do you really?
Yeah, everything's lemonade. It's just, well, yeah, it might be red lemonade, white lemonade, lemon, creamy soda, sarsaparilla, but no, we don't call it pop or soda. Lemonade.
Huh.
Lemonade refers to any carbonated sweet drink, basically.
Yep. And Foster's is your beer of choice over there. That's right. And
Well, I don't drink, so I wouldn't know. But again, that's another good thing to start an argument in the pub about what beer you prefer.
I got a friend, Big Giles. You know, and I've told you about him before. I ain't talked to him in a while. He's been kind of MIA. But I told him that. Oh, Foster's is piss water, Dark. We don't drink that over here.
It's the same like VB and that and 4X. Everybody has their own thing. Like, all right, just to give you an idea. So that's, as I said, if I wanted that, I'd just call it a solo, which is a lemon flavored drink. No. And of course, we have the American favourite.
I like Sprite. Sprite's good. Fortunately, I think it's a Coke product.
Sorry, what was that?
I said, unfortunately, I think it's a Coca-Cola product.
I think Coke, Solo and Sprite are, yeah.
Yeah, Coca-Cola's on my banned list.
But I can't, I'm not a fan of Pepsi, I'm afraid.
I like Mountain Dew, and I like a Pepsi once in a great while. I used to like a Coke once in a while. I drink a Coke like maybe once or twice a year. But yeah, no more. No.
Good afternoon, Neil.
Hey, Neil.
How you going, Neil?
Yeah, speaking of that, did you get a new Switch? Jay?
Yeah. That's what it was fitting before. So he's got the new switch in it now. He got the new switch yesterday.
And I know he was pretty upset. I would have been too. He just got that switch, maybe a month ago?
A couple of months ago. 2 months ago.
Was it 2?
Yeah.
Well, time flies when you're sexy.
Oh, this is true. Yeah, I don't know how I keep up with it.
I know. It must be terrible for you, being one of the golden people.
I'm special.
I'm silver. I haven't made it to the golden level yet. I had to laugh. I was talking to a friend. He, really big monkey one. All right, he's a bush. Well, I can't call him a bushcrafter. I don't know what to call him. He's a guy that likes to camp and play in the woods. So
Yeah.
uh, but he's got over 100,000 subscribers. We're probably working at close to 1.5. And when he hit 100,000, I told him, all right, we gotta get that button. Well, time had passed, and I asked him in this last video. I was like, man, when did you get your button? Are you going to show us, or maybe it ain't none of our business, And he told me, no, I'm still waiting. I think YouTube forgot about me, and he didn't realize you have to apply for it.
Yeah.
So I gave him the page to go to apply for it. So hopefully he'll be showing that pretty soon. I hope he gets it because he's been on YouTube a long time. It just kind of blew my mind that he had been on YouTube for so long and didn't know. But I guess that's more common than what I think. I tell you what, when I get mine, I'm going to show it. Oh yeah.
It's getting a few cracks around the top there too, Neil.
Yeah, Jay, you got to crack him back too, man. Turn around, we'll show you.
No, he knows it's there. That's a great comeback for long. Is the tape to support it getting thin, eh? Neil wants to know what the tape's for. It was kind of wonky, Neil. And he taped up a counterweight on the opposite side of it so that it would take out some of the wonkiness. Oh, of a trick. I never would have thought of that. Although, as I said, I normally tape up around the outside, but I don't worry about putting the cloth in there. Dr. Bob's told him to put a cloth in there the other day while I wasn't there. So,
I mean, I can understand the cloth if it's wonky.
yeah.
And I
It's
don't.
just to absorb the vibration, that's all.
Counterweight it.
I'll be back in a few minutes. I've just got to go and check on how my mate's going with his truck.
All right, well, bring me a sandwich back, will you?
Yep.
Thanks, appreciate it. Robo's a good guy. He's going to bring us sandwiches back, Jay. Bye, Appy. Take care, buddy. Jay says toodles. That does look like a watermelon, man. Is that you, Wood? I'm going to use Kappa, not masking. Get that much thinner, Jay, you'll be able to see through it. Kind of like duct tape, Neil. Let's see. Maybe. Duct tape. Okay. I tell you what, that's actually cheap duct tape, and I actually think that it's maybe not as strong as some of that other tapes they got, like the Gorilla duct tape. But for whatever reason, it sticks better. Reinforced, yeah, like a I know what you're talking about. I know what tape you're talking about. It's kind of like kind of got like fibrous threads through it. Some kind of really strong, like twine-like thread through it. Can't remember. Really strong stuff, though. Kind of, I'm thinking about it's kind of a transparent color, and it has the spreading through it. You can't break the shit; it'll cut you before you can break it. Same stuff. Okay. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. You could use that for almost anything, I would imagine. Use enough of it. That and duct tape. Oh, really? Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. I know they use it a lot for the kind I'm thinking about. They use a lot for packaging, like big boxes and things they don't want to come open easily. Black, huh? I'll have to look it up. All right. Gaffer tape is a heavy cotton cloth. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Pressure sensitive tape with strong adhesive and tensile properties. It is widely used in theater, photography, film, radio, and television production. and industrial stage work. It's like the same kind of tape they use for like wrapping hockey sticks and sports tape almost.
Are you talking about this stuff? It's got cloth. It's got a cloth backing,
Yep.
and you can just rip it, but it's strong. You look, you watch. I can tape Dark's mouth up. You ready? Look, see, works pretty cool, huh?
Tastes funny.
Yeah, industrial strength.
Yeah. The paste on it doesn't taste very good.
Just for you, Darky.
What kind of wood is that, Jay?
But what's going on?
What kind of wood is that?
It is red gum burl.
Okay.
Do you remember those ones that Robbo showed a picture of that he got?
Yeah.
It's some of that. He cut me up 6 blanks while I was at his house.
Nice. That was nice of him. That Robo guy, he's a nice fella.
Yeah, he is. All right. Better stop talking about him now that he's come back, though.
Yeah, well, we'll say nothing more about it.
Well, he just asked me what wood it was, and I said where I got it from, and
I was telling what a nice guy you were for hooking him up. We don't usually tell you that kind of stuff. We don't want you to get a big head.
he watches the replays, Dark.
Oh. Neil wants to know how thin you are.
Sorry?
How thin Jay is on his bowl.
Oh, I was going to say, I think it's about 130 pounds or something like.
He's thick. He's real thick.
Well, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that on while I do the. I'm going to do a little bit of negative scraper and.
Yeah, needs a bit of blending, I can tell by looking at it.
You can see through it.
I stuffed up the inside.
Yeah, you did. I can see right through it.
Where?
Right there where that crack is in the middle there. Yep, right there.
No, that's actually the light. That's light reflecting off of the sappy stuff that's dried inside.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh, look at that. I thought that went all the way through.
Hey, I even put my hand back here like this, and it didn't disappear. No, I've stuffed up the inside shape, and I'll admit that.
It's all good. We wouldn't have known unless he told us.
Oh, Robbo could have said. He would have said, because he can see that it's not the right shape. Hey, Robbo.
Yep.
I was just trying to make you feel good, Jay.
He's been watching too much Storage Wars. Yeah.
That show. Man, if that's not set up, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I know it is. That's why I don't watch it. But...
I heard that what was his name? The guy that went Dave or whatever. Heard he went to jail.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me.
Heard he went to jail, and I heard he lost a bunch of his stores and something to do with like I think it was I want to say it was taxes, but I might be wrong.
Yeah.
Tax invasion or something like that. I might be wrong though. I know them prices they could say aren't real.
Yeah, all made up, glorified bullshit.
I ain't gonna say that there ain't a chance that somebody might find something cool in a locker like that and make some real money. Like kind of like looking through your grandma's attic and finding a Picasso or something. It could
Yeah,
happen. Chances of it are pretty slim, but they had to have a show.
that's it. Now, Jay, just make sure you remove where you've got to remove it. Don't keep going down and down and down.
Neil says, "What shape were you aiming for, and what is it going to be now?"
Well, the outside shape's fine. It's just the inside shape that I dicked up. So I'm just smoothing it off now. I don't think I can add any wood to make it go back to that shape. So yeah.
Be surprised what you can do with epoxy. Oh, come on. You knew that was coming. Funny thing is, Robo, I sat here and watched him mess it up.
Sorry?
I said, funny part is I sat here and watched him mess it up.
Oh, well. Well, when you boil it down, and a bowl is only a block of wood with a hole in the middle to put things in.
Right? Yeah.
G'day, Dave. How are you?
Portal.
Yeah, I must admit, even if I make it OG on the outside, I never make it OG on the inside. It just doesn't look right.
Portal, I tell you what, man, what would be a great intro for your channel, man, is if you can find someone to do it. Don't ask me because I'm not that guy. But could make a porthole opening up in your shop and have you walk through it, with a bowl gouge in your hand or whatnot.
What, like, no, it'd be a
Yeah,
skewchism in my case.
yeah,
Like Stargate, you mean?
yeah, that'd be bad. Arse. I don't know why I'm trying to wash my mouth. I already done fouled up like I don't know how many times. I try to be clean.
Just watch out when you're coming up there with a scraper, Jay.
When you start seeing green tape, you've gone too far.
Mm.
He loves my help. Yeah, it'd be a cool idea. Like I said, don't ask me to do it. I don't know if I could do it. That's for sure. A lot of green screen would be involved.
Oh, yeah.
I can do green screen stuff, but that would be tricky. I'm pretty sure you'd have to have the green screen underwear. They have it on Amazon. Have you ever seen it? With
Yeah,
the suit,
yeah.
the green suits.
Have a lycra, a green lycra suit, you know.
I thought if I had some extra money just that I wanted to throw away, I'd buy one of those. They'd be great fun to play with in videos. course, you get some strange looks from the neighbors, I bet. But
No, not from my neighbours. They all know I'm crazy anyway.
honey, I don't know what Robo's out in his yard doing, but it doesn't surprise me. You just stay over here, Effie.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. Too late. I've looked. What was that song from? One
The
of the.
street.
That's it. The street. Yeah. Yeah.
Ethel, put your clothes back on. I think that just make me a door to look like. I think that just make me a door. I think I'll just make me a door that look to look like a porthole. Yeah, I got it. It wasn't registering completely in my brain, but I got it.
Jay, I'd be keeping right away from up there. I'm telling you now.
No, because once it starts, it's not going to stop. It's just going to keep on going. It'll be like the Biden administration. One false move, it's all going to blow up. He's still got a little room to play with there, I think.
There's a little bit there, but not much.
I wouldn't push it.
Not with red gum. That's the problem.
I don't know. I've never turned it, but it's sure pretty wood.
Oh yeah, it is.
And if that's a burl, I bet you it's just gorgeous. And you know, Jay, he didn't want anybody to see it, so he wrapped green tape all around it. Now it looks like a damn watermelon on crack. Literally. Got lots of cracks in that one. Is that normal for red gum to be all cracked up like that, Robo?
In burl it can be because they get a lot of sap veins through it and that. And yet some of it is as tight as hell. But the problem with a burl is that it has no real grain structure at all. It's just, it runs every which way.
Right.
And as Neil said, especially red gum burl, catch a crack and bang, it's gone.
I don't know, but I'd be making awful light cuts, Jay. Light cuts, even it out as much as you can and call it good because you're really pushing your luck, buddy.
Touch like an angel's kiss, it is.
Oh my. I'm going to hell. Yeah. Touch like an angel's kiss, Robo said, and I thought some mighty going to hell thoughts. Sure looks pretty. From the inside, anyway. It's very interesting wood, man. You guys got some interesting wood. I wish we had wood like that around here. hard to find pretty wood. I mean, we got oak and we got walnut and dark walnut and we got beech and willow but we ain't got no fancy redwood. Not in Michigan anyway, that I know of. We even got wood that'll throw sparks.
Yeah.
You're a little thick in the bottom there, Jay. You should probably, if you're going to make a proper funnel, you need to go a little deeper. You trying to get that dark ring out of there?
Yeah, no, I deliberately put it in. That's a trick I use. I put where you have a high spot, you put a pencil line around it, and you just take the pencil out.
Mm. Okay, I get it. Yeah, makes sense.
Because your fingers can feel things your eyes can't see. Neil just said you have Paducah in Hawaii. That's even better.
Yeah. And we don't have none of that here in Michigan.
Yeah, both opposite ends of the country, aren't they? Hawaii
Yeah.
and Michigan.
Yeah. We're east coast, northeast, and they're southwest ish. So not only are we at opposite ends, we're where I'm up over here and they're down over here. So
Yeah.
we're diagonally across the country from each other.
Well, actually, you mean like that, don't you?
Yeah.
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 For Michigan.
Something like that, yeah.
As people from Michigan like telling me, it's like a hand.
It is. Both of them.
Yeah.
Both the peninsulas are.
Oh, yeah.
The upper peninsula is kind of like that, and lower peninsula is like that, and
Yeah.
like that. So, and we got an island too. We call it Mackinac Island. It's worthless. It's a tourist trap. Stay away from it.
There's a lot of places in Australia like that.
No, man. I think we got a couple neat places in Michigan, but most of them are just tourist traps. Like we got a place up north called Castle Rock, and it's just a big rock you climb up. It's got a ladder to the top of it. One hell of a view from the top of it. It's worth going to just for that. But then we have forts, Fort Mackinac. I'm thinking that's what they call it. I can't remember the real name of it.
Yeah, well, there were forts in Australia in the early days, but there's no forts around now.
That's because they weren't American made.
Well, that's true.
I'm gonna get in trouble. The forts that are around now here in America have either been rebuilt or have been, taken care of. And they didn't just survive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's still a fort in Darwin, but that was built during this. I'm talking about the early forts that they built at Sydney and that to protect themselves from the Aboriginals. And like I suppose you could call the island out in the middle of Sydney Harbour a fort, Fort Denison. But they're sort of modelled on the medieval type forts from England.
Well, they would be.
There used to be a lot out here that were, well, you call them stockades out here.
Yep.
Which were piles of wood driven into the ground.
Yep. Big logs with points on them.
Yeah.
That's how they were here too, for the most part. Although they do have some fancier ones, you know. With like towers on both sides of the corners. Yeah. You know. Sniper towers, I guess. I don't know what they call them, but
yeah, you got to watch that bloody spell check thing, O'Neill.
like I said, Neil, all the American forts have been either rebuilt or are really taken care of, and which in most cases meant being rebuilt over time. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like my grandfather's axe, 3 new handles and a couple of new heads, but it's still my grandfather's axe.
Yeah. No. 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 A lot of the reason them old forts ain't around anymore is because they didn't have wood hardener back then.
No, that's right. Yeah. The termites get to it.
That's right. Or epoxy. They did have pine pitch, but that only goes so far. You know. Some soldier with a cigarette set the port on fire.
Yeah. I thought it was the Indians with their flaming arrows.
Maybe. You know, it's hard to tell because, I mean, movies blew things way out of proportion.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's sad. You know,
You've destroyed my faith in the historical significance of Robin Hood and Davy Crockett and everybody else.
You know, the whole flame and arrow thing got started when they were at a peace treaty, and one of the Indians took an arrow and lit it in the fire to light a cigar. And some bloke from Hollywood was like, "We can use that." I'm just kidding. I have no idea. I don't like to make claims about one way or another. If I can make a joke out of it, I will.
Yeah.
But not to be mean. If I want to be mean, I'll just be mean. I'm not going to waste all the energy trying to be funny doing it.
If you look at it logically, though, really, the Indians wouldn't have had any pitch or anything to set arrows on fire anyway.
Oh, I don't believe that. I believe they would. And I believe they knew all about fire. In fact, I believe they probably taught us some things about fire.
Oh, I knew they knew about fire, but you know, for an arrow to burn, particularly when it's in flight, would be bloody hard work, I would think.
Well, I don't know, man. Pine pitch, that stuff just will burn and burn. It's like almost like napalm, nature's napalm. You know, have you ever seen a tree booger burn? Oh, you probably haven't.
A tree what?
A tree booger. We got it's basically what it is. You know, you've heard of fat wood, right? On YouTube, it's pine pitch and it's pieces of pine tree wood that's been, you know, It's thick with sap.
Yep.
To the point where, then the sap, of course, is a resin, so it'll harden on the outside, and to a point, and then they shave it off and they use it for starting fires. Well, the sap itself, when it's coming, like in the spring, when the sap starts melting and stuff, it'll start seeping out of tree wounds, the pine tree wounds, if there is any, and it creates like a Band-Aid for the tree.
Yep.
Well, we will cut them off, and it's pure resin. It's probably dirty. It needs to be refined, but still resin. And that stuff we call tree boogers. And that stuff will burn and burn. Yeah, I mean, it takes a little bit to get it going, but once you get it going, man, good luck putting it out.
Oh yeah.
Almost had. I would imagine you probably had to just douse it right in water to put it out. Pine pitch, not pipe. Pine pitch and other tree saps burned really well. The Indians taught the miners on how to make torches.
Oh, well, there you go. I learned something new today.
Yeah, I did too. I didn't know that about them teaching the miners, but yeah, I knew they used pine pitch and stuff like that, and pine pitch and birch bark to make canoes and stuff.
Yeah.
And I know that how you see them, and they got them canoes that were made out of animal skins.
Yeah.
Now I always thought that they used pine pitch on them, but from my understanding, I could be wrong, but don't quote me. I could be wrong, but if I'm understanding it right, they smoked them and made them waterproof. Smoked them like you would meat.
Yeah, yeah. To cure them.
Yeah, and the smoke and the creosote would get up in the fibers of the hide and make it waterproof. I could be wrong though. I wasn't there. Imagine what they would have done with an old fat guy.
With a what?
An old fat guy.
Yeah, they'd melt him down.
Oh yeah. They'd make quick work of me for sure. I wouldn't want to fight them, so I might be all right. No. Where's that peace pipe at? I got some of this. I got some really good tobacco.
I reckon if you were back in that day there, you'd be supplying them with whiskey and everything.
Probably. I do like a good party.
Dark's trading post.
Come on. That's right. Well, hey, guys gotta make a living. Okay. I tell you what, I think it would have been a good life. Depending on what you were doing. I mean, I imagine it could be really bad too, but turpentine, yep. Turpentine is made from pine sap. I watched that. I actually learned that watching how they used to make it over. I think in England, they had groves of pine trees, if I remember right, and they had some guy out there with a draw knife.
Oh yeah.
Drawed all the bark off from one side of the tree, and there was burlap nailed to the trees underneath where he was cutting, and then all of the pine sap would drip down into this burlap, and the burlap would suck it up and catch it, and then they take it off to be refined, and turned into turpentine. Don't ask me how they do that. I don't remember after that part.
Yeah. Well, that's why a lot of the early artists were totally insane, because the turpentine actually affected the brain.
Yep. The hat makers too. The hatters.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the paint they were using for their hats was made of lead. And the lead would drive them mad.
I thought it might have been dealing with the ladies that go to the Melbourne Cup that would make you mad, actually.
Could be. I mean, look at Jay. He's as crazy as two bed bugs. No reply. None. Didn't even phase him. He's a tough bird. He's given up on trying to scrape through the bowl. Now he's going to sand through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have turpentine still basically in my backyard. You can Google it. Portal, Georgia Turpentine Festival. Oh.
Oh. I'll have to look that up.
What?
Portal says, I have turpentine still basically in my backyard. You can Google it. Portal, Georgia Turpentine Festival.
Do your friends at work know you do that, Dave? I bet they don't.
If you had some pine sap over there, Jay, you could wipe it around the rim of that bowl, set it on fire, and turn your lathe on. That'd be so cool. You'd be able to see how well it burned too, boy, because I'll tell you what.
Well, flop it out and set it on fire then.
I have to send you a tree booger. I don't think they'd let me do it. What do you
Not
think,
even your
Robo?
wife.
Customs. I don't think they'd let me send them a tree booger.
I don't know.
It's one of the pieces.
I know that they got laws against sending certain species of wood, or even wood for that matter. I don't even know if you can even send wood in the mail to Australia, can you?
Neil says you should be moving that sandpaper around a bit, not holding it still. It heats up too much and can leave lines. Slide it backwards and forwards, up and down the bowl. Cuts better that way too.
Trying to get a big groove out.
Yeah, I know. Well, move it backwards and forwards across it.
There you go. Be a man about it. Use your man muscles.
You like that one, Dave?
No, that groove wouldn't be there if you wouldn't have put it there in the first place.
Oh, shut up, Doc.
I love it when you're abusive.
But you don't want to meet me in person then, Dark, because I'm too quiet. You get scared. You think there's something wrong.
All right. See you later, Neil.
Bye,
See you,
Neil.
Neil. Thanks for coming in.
Boy, we sure have some strange conversations when we get all together, don't we?
We do. Well, I looked that up. Portal, that was interesting, actually, Dave. I never knew there was a turpentine festival.
Want a piece of watermelon?
Yeah. You want to taste some? There you go.
Mmm. Nummies.
Man glitter.
What kind of camera are you using, Jay?
A Microsoft Life 3000, it's called.
Is it fairly sealed up?
Sorry?
Is it fairly sealed up?
Yeah.
That's good, because that dust get in there, man. It'll ruin the camera quick. Buying the new computer. I don't know if I told you. Well, it's not. It'll be new to me. I'm buying my son's computer. He's had it about a year. It's a. He bought it with like $12 or $1,400. He paid for it. He's selling it to me at the low discount of dad deals. I'm getting it for about $400.
Oh, that's all right.
But it's one of those super computers for playing video games.
Oh, right.
It'll do everything I need it to do.
Yeah.
And then some. Got a terabyte of memory. And all kinds of stuff. He says there's all kinds of stuff in there for like playing video games.
It's good having a family like that, isn't it? And my cousin, he likes to upgrade when new parts come out, and he just goes, "Here you go, you want this?" And it's like a $700 or $800 video card. It's like, well,
Yeah.
I won't utilize it, but I'll take it. Thank you.
He's buying some kind of fancy deal for his computer, and just for that one part, it's like $500.
Yeah.
I thought, Jesus. But he's building a new one. He didn't buy one. He's building his own.
Yeah, it's the best way to do it.
And man, some of the he's waiting on a part. He's like, Dad, when they drop, they're sold out within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, that's the part I was telling you about that costs like $500. I don't know. I can't remember if it's a video card or if it's a processor or what it is, but some kind of fancy deal. He's talking, you know, I got this new part, Dad. It'll make the colors on my computer change from red to blue to green. I'm thinking, why do you need all that?
That's my thoughts. Why do you need all that?
Because it's cool, Dad. Jeez. He tells me, don't be a boomer. I was like, that was the generation before me, dummy. Why would that matter anyway? You know, I mean, most of the boomers were pretty smart, individuals.
Mm.
Most of them. Compared to most of them now, they were all freaking geniuses. Yep. So it'll be cool. I gotta get a monitor and a keyboard.
Are you
And
having chest pains again, Robbo?
No.
you all right?
I'm just contemplating something that Bill was talking about a minute ago. Looks like that groove's just about gone anyway.
Yeah, not far off.
Well, if you're not all right, man, you should be getting something. You should be taking care of yourself there.
No,
Robo.
I'm right.
All right.
He's not going to tell you either way, Doc.
No, I'm just saying
No.
you don't have to tell me. He just has to do it.
No. They gave me the all clear yesterday, so
All right.
That was yesterday.
they said that I had a heart, and that according to all the blood tests and everything, everything's okay. So
I've had a heart attack. They're not fun.
no,
Not to mention they put you through all kinds of different. They shove all kinds of shit up your veins, and
yeah.
oh, if you're lucky, they don't crack your chest open. I was lucky. Then they keep you in the hospital for 3 days, and then they send you home with a bunch of pills that you'll never be able to, not take again in your life. You always have to take them.
Yeah, shit. Look, I've got a box full of them. I rattle when I walk.
That's how I feel.
No, I had a stent put in about 6 months or so ago.
Oh, yeah, me too. That's what I had done last December. Well, yeah, last December. Just a little over a year ago. He told me my heart couldn't handle the sexy no more. I had to tone the sexy down.
That must have been hard.
Oh, it was. It was terrible. I had to put clothes on.
Did you have to go to AA for that?
No, SA.
SA, yeah.
Yeah. Sex Anonymous.
I thought it might have been SDA, Sexual Deviants or something, Anonymous.
No, I couldn't take all the fun away. Come on. As long as people have bushes, I'll be in them. I joke, but I'm sure there's actual people out there like that.
Yeah.
I'm too damn old and lazy to go hide in anybody's bushes.
Well, Julie reckons I wouldn't know what to do if I caught one anyway.
Caught one. If that's the tone, the voice you're going to use and the words you're going to use, you're definitely not going to catch one.
Yeah.
Hi there, Purdy. I've been looking for you.
Get a club and bang them on the head and drag them along the ground.
Hey, little girl, you want a piece of candy?
Yeah.
I got some candy in my left pocket. Nope, gotta reach a little deeper and to the right.
That was an interesting thing I read the other day. Like, you know, once upon a time, offering a girl or any kid lollies was a thing, and yet Halloween, the kids go out demanding it.
Yep, that's how Halloween started. It was started out as Devil's Night, and they'd go out and they would be little assholes, and then the people would bribe them with candy the next year to not, you know, terrorize the neighborhood, I guess. Something like that. I know it was something like that. Strange how you find things out on YouTube, you know, and late at night when there's nobody about and you're bored as hell. You find yourself in the weirdest places on YouTube.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I found myself on the dark side of YouTube many times. And how the hell did I get here and how the hell do I get out? You still ain't got it out of there, Jay? Come on, man.
I'll be back in a second. Snacko's time.
Alright, Robo. Bring me back a sandwich.
Oh, shit, sorry, Doc, I forgot all about it.
That's alright. That's alright. It's all good. Couldn't eat it anyway.
Sorry?
I said I couldn't eat it anyway.
All right.
I wonder how many people still watching.
Just you.
Just me? Sorry, man. I didn't mean to scare everybody away.
That's alright. I'd rather you did it than me. Did you hear me then?
Yeah.
Plane landed on my roof.
Yeah. We don't live far from the airport here where I'm at either, but
Yeah.
oh, Effie's still with us and Portal's still with us.
Yeah.
Oh shit, stop talking about him, quick!
You know, Jay, you should take a clip out of this and of you just sanding like that. Knock the sound out. Well, no, that just be quiet for a minute. There you go. Now you take that and you cut it out, just that part with you sanding. It's all quiet, just the sanding noises. And you splice it out of the live stream, and then you copy it and paste it into the editor, 5, 10, 15 times till you get like an hour or so of it, and then throw it up as a ASMR video.
What's that?
An ASMR video?
Yeah.
I don't know, but people on YouTube watch them.
Sounds like too many letters there for me. Sorry, I got lost. You have to go back to the start.
Oh man, I ain't been able to figure them out since the beginning of YouTube, man. First time I ran across one was a girl, and she was tapping her nails on a banana or something shit like that, and she goes, "You like that?" Didn't make no damn sense to me, but I guess people like that kind of stuff.
What? What'd you do?
Porto says he carries a gun. He don't run off easily.
Mm.
Yeah, he's a federal officer. He is.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with him.
That's why I was curious whether his workmates knew he had a still in his backyard.
Oh, don't you know that the federals they can get away with it? They're above the law.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'll probably get yelled at for that one, but it was worth it.
Jay, I wouldn't stand too much near that edge if I were you. It's getting like a bloody razor blade.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Jay, just take your round carbide and go in there and just scrape it. Just give it a quick scraping, and that'll settle everything.
Bugger off. Oh, get out of here.
Ow, ow.
on your bike with no seat, Doc.
No. Ain't that bad yet.
You know, Doc, what you don't know is that, look, I can do this.
Oh. Ah. Dang it.
Hey, he's even got the power to remove me, Doc. To be honest. So.
Yeah, I can do it to him too.
Is it? Oh, look at that. We'll be taking over Jay's live stream tonight, guys. That's right. We may allow him.
Yoo-hoo!
Welcome to your live stream, Jay. I'm surprised I didn't get in trouble for that federal joke.
Bloody go to someone's house and they take over your bloody StreamYard account. How rude.
Yeah.
Bugger.
Just grab my screen and drag it across to where yours is, Robbo, and drop it.
Yeah, I will. There we go. Yep. Yeah, before you know it, Doc, there'll be men in black suits around at your place.
Yeah. We're not gonna yell at you, Dark. We're just gonna send the men in black.
We know where you live.
Yeah, they probably
Yeah,
do
we've
too.
seen the big bush that you live in.
Oh, actually, they do know. All they'd have to do is look it up at the post office. That's federal too.
You know, it's crazy. Like, we're in a fairly small town here, and if somebody goes into the post office and asks where we live, they're not allowed to tell them.
Right. No, that's right. That's invasion of privacy otherwise.
Yeah. So, but if
So
they go in
crazy.
and ask if there's a wood turn in town, they can say, "Oh yeah, he lives just up the road."
Yeah. Right. That's different because you're not an artist.
You can kick him out now, Robbo.
Oh, I'm offended now, Doc.
Oh, I thought you had thicker skin than that. No, I could imagine that they would be able to if you being a business, that might be different.
Yeah. Oh no, it's just,
I don't know. Actually,
Yeah.
I don't see how it would be any different, to be honest. But other than the fact that you're a business and
our privacy laws are very strange out here. You're muted at the moment, Jay.
yeah, no. When when I was in Australia, and I was hiding in that bush, and I had my binoculars out. The copper came and he said, "Hey, you know, normally I'd have to arrest you, but I'm just going to give you a warning and tell you to put some orange tape around the ends of your binoculars so they know that it's a toy."
Did you tell them you're a bird watcher?
Yeah, yeah. I was looking for a bush that a certain bird goes in, a cock-a-doodle-doo bird.
You're a bad lad, Doc.
I know. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I tried being good once. I wasn't very good at it.
No, I've noticed it.
I've only gotten in trouble a couple of times on YouTube. I mean, like seriously, snowflake freaking loses it type in trouble. Mm. Most people know I'm joking and they can hang with it.
Yeah.
Now I can understand if kids are around, you know. With Jay being like 13, though, he's cool. But 13 and under, I usually try. If I know they're in the room, I try to be good. In the wood turning world, there's only a couple kids, and that I know of anyway. I mean, there may be more, but only a couple I know of. The one little girl that turns, I can't remember her name right off. Something the cat.
Effie says if I do it, I'm damn good at it.
Oh, yes, you are. Hey, if they're gonna do it good, you might as well agree with them, right? That's right, Appy. Don't you let anyone tell you otherwise either. So Caitlin the cat.
Mm-hmm.
That's the little girl I was thinking about, and then there's the Beard 16th kid, and someone else's too. I can't. I think Nick Samedi or Zamedi or however you pronounce his name. I think his son
Yappy's got Blake.
Blake. Yep, I subscribed to Blake. I don't normally subscribe to kids because I don't want them coming to my channel.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I'm mean or anything and don't want them there, just because, well, I'm not PG.
It's an adult channel.
Right. I'm not rated PG. I'm more rated R. R.
I thought it would have been triple X.
Speaking of R, no. Well, there was a certain point in my YouTube experience where it was pushing that border, and the dark or the dark side sexy parties. They were cosmic, man. They were cosmic. But speaking of R, I got a 8-hour sleep video coming up.
An 8-hour what?
8-hour sleep video coming up. I'm putting it together. I've been putting together on the side while I've been doing this spoon for the water project,
Yeah.
and it's 8 hours aboard a ghost ship.
Oh, right.
Mm. It's for a sleeping video, you know.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty cool, but yeah, it's not very exciting because it's not supposed to be. It's a great sleeping video though. I've used it a couple times already. It's great. It gives you some freaky dreams, man. I never thought I'd dream of a Jay in a tutu, but it happened.
I have enough freaky dreams without having to have somebody play them to me.
That's another thing I didn't. I didn't really understand till I came to YouTube was sleep videos. How I started doing them is when they came across with that 4,000 watch time hours.
Oh, yeah.
I was struggling to keep my monetization, and Helga from Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking told me, she's like, Bart, make a sleep video. Them are good. People watch them. I was like, sleep video? What the hell's a sleep video? She goes, them videos people listen to go to sleep at night. They have ones of rain and of fires and all kinds of stuff, Dart. You just look them up. So I did. And I went to Creative Commons and I swiped one out of Creative Commons and re-edited it and threw it up as my first one. It was I think 10 or 12 hours of rain on a tin roof.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it did phenomenal for a long time.
I don't think that'd sell very well in New South Wales out there at the moment.
No.
No, a lot of New South Wales is actually under floods. They're getting 200 and 300 millimeters of rain.
Oh.
The other day they had 800 millimeters. That's nearly 9 feet of rain. In one day.
Isn't Australia? Well, I'm sure not all of it, but isn't parts of Australia nothing but desert?
Yeah.
So when you get them floods like that and stuff, that really does a number to your soil, then, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, last year in exactly the same place, they were fighting massive bushfires.
Oh.
But that's Australia, so.
Well, yeah, you could in Australia, you could burn 100,000 acres of forest, and you guys wouldn't even notice. It'd be like a campfire.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Australia is a big place, though.
Yeah, largely unpopulated.
Yeah, hell, you might have a fire like that and never even know it happened.
Oh, no, we know it happens.
Smoke.
Yeah.
Well, here in I don't know, oh God, I don't know how long ago it was. I'm not even gonna try to think how long ago it was, but they were having a problem with the forest dying off in Yellowstone. Well, they had put up, I guess they had put up different measures to keep the forest from burning. Lightning rods and whatnot, I guess, or lightning attractors and whatnot to keep the forest from catching fire. And well, they, after a few years, they found that they were having a problem, that the forest seemed to be dying off, and they went in and control burned it.
Yep.
And everything just came right back, just beautiful as ever. So fire can be good for nature.
That's the thing with Australia, that probably a large percentage of our trees actually need fire to regenerate, to crack the seeds open. So
Yeah, if I don't want people to binge watch me just to give me minutes. That ain't the point. The point was to make videos that people want to watch, so that if they're gonna binge watch, they do it because they want to, not just to help me out. That was the deal. That was like oh god, 2000, early 2018, late 2017-ish area, I think, when they came out with them new rules. I don't worry about it anymore. I do good now, but I mean, I'm not no PewDiePie yet. I'm sexy enough to be. Just saying. Actually, I think Pewdie needs to step his game up a little bit. He don't even have a beginner beard yet. How can you be sexy without at least a beginner's beard? Jay's coming along good.
yeah, getting there.
Doesn't look like something the cat could lick off anymore. You don't make it easy to give you a hard time when you're sanding your watermelon. Am I married? Oh yeah, yeah.
Water off a duck's back, Doc. I've heard it all before.
And you'll hear it again, sunshine.
And you know what, though? I think it gets to you more if I don't answer, doesn't
Not really. I just
it?
sometimes
Whatever.
I like the acknowledgement just to know that you heard me.
Oh, my ears work fine, thank you.
Boy, this really turned out beautiful, Jay.
Yeah.
That was just something else. I don't even know the words for it. It's just pretty.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
No, now have a look at it. Just wait a second.
Yes,
Reckon it'll-
Effie. Yes, Effie. I've been married for. Oh goodness.
Since the dawn of time, Effie.
Yeah. But she puts up with me. I don't know why.
Has to, I suppose.
I don't think she knows why.
Have a look at it now that gets a bit of metro on it.
No, I know, ain't that pretty? It's almost got a purple tint to it.
It's got lots of colours in it, that's for sure.
It is pretty. And I mean, worst
I'm
comes to
flicking my
worst,
hair
you
back
can
now, Dark. Thank you.
worst comes to worst, you can shave with the edge on it.
Yeah. Looks like
No.
Odd Job's hat.
No, I fixed that. It's not so sharp. It looks sharp on some spots, but no, it's quite.
Yeah, if you drew some eyeballs on them lumps.
Alright, I'll give it a bit of Yorkshire and I'll see what it looks like.
Sanding sealer first.
Oh yeah.
You guys got them man-eating plants over there too?
Sorry?
You got carnivorous plants?
Yes.
So you got like the Venus flytraps and I forget what they call them, teacups or bell
No,
spouts
we've
or-
got. I don't know that we've got an. Well, they're not carnivorous to humans, put it that way, but yeah, they rely on flies and things to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not many.
Yeah, I dare say that they're probably in a place in the world that has one that's going to eat a human. I don't know. I bet you if you cut them up small enough, they would.
Nice one.
I'm just saying.
think you better stop saying.
If I must.
No.
I don't know what you would do with the bones. I don't think the plant could break down bone.
That's
No,
all right.
probably not.
They'll make good steaks for holding up the veggies and stuff, you know.
Oh, yeah. You could use the skull as a planter.
Yeah, and that's the watering pot.
Oh, yeah. That would work for that, too.
Yeah,
Didn't think about
twin,
that.
twin watering pot actually.
Well, you know, you stick your fingers through the eyeballs.
Yeah, at least you got handles, natural
Yeah.
handles.
Yeah,
Effie must be thinking that poor girl being married to that.
She knows
male
what she's in
chauvinist.
for. She comes
Yeah.
in. It's her choice to come back. It's not like anyone's twisted her arm.
That male chauvinist pig.
Like Ren and Stimpy.
Ran. Always hated that cartoon.
Ren and Stimpy.
Ran. I'll tell you what, one that I didn't like, and it wasn't because it was foul, it was just because it was a stupid cartoon and I couldn't understand why people liked it.
Yep.
Maybe got a guess because it was a stupid cartoon, people liked it. That was, oh God, the two kids, they were teenagers, they were stupid as hell.
Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead, yeah.
Got pills for my bunghole.
Yeah.
Don't be like that, Dark, alright?
Oh, she comes to hear a male's voice. Oh my.
Let me clear my throat.
Shame on you, Effie. You dirty girl. Oh my. Boy, that got a nice, deep, rich color to it now.
Yeah. Yes, it's come up very, very nice.
Oh, except for that green color you put on it. I didn't like that too much. You
You're
gonna
not
keep
gonna
that on there? Or?
You're not going to like what I do to the outside of the bowl, then?
Probably not, but it ain't my bowl to criticize your art. So.
About the only thing I can draw freehand and do it reasonably good is a tree. So
Well, there's more to art than drawing.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Personally, I think that wood turning is an art.
Yeah.
And except for Robo, he's an artist. He's a contractor.
I agree with that.
I'm just picking.
Pretty touchy subject. I wouldn't go there.
I'm just picking. I honestly believe that wood turning is an art. And I don't care what anybody says or who's doing it. You know, it takes an artistic view on what you're doing and in a very dangerous situation. You know, because wood turning ain't exactly a safe hobby.
No, it's not.
Not the way some people. Not the way some people do it anyway.
I like to turn bowls with roughing gouges.
Yeah, that's how you do it, isn't it? You turn pins with roughing gouges, like the biggest, fattest cup roughing gouge you can get. Isn't that
I like to wear winter jackets and reach over the lathe too.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Did you see that video, Jay? That poor guy reached across that there big piece of metal or log or whatever was turning, man, and caught his jacket, spun him up like a top, man.
Did Robbo send you that video?
By the time no, I've seen it before that, before I met you guys.
Yeah.
But man, just wrung him out like a wash rag.
Yeah.
I have actually seen that happen.
That's tough. I wouldn't want to see that. Not even not. I didn't even want to see it on YouTube, let alone in real life.
Yeah. When Robbo showed it to me, I deleted it from my messenger so that Amber wouldn't see it if she just happened to go on my phone for something.
Oh yeah, could you imagine?
Yeah, give her nightmares for months. That would.
I don't think your lathe could do that.
No.
I could pick it up. I could pick it up and throw it further than it could throw me.
It might hurt you. It might jerk some things out of alignment, but
no, it'll just stop. Actually, I have a lathe that's capable of doing it, but no, they're big industrial machines. And metal lathes have much more torque than what woodworking lathes do.
Is that the 5 tonner that do that?
They're gear driven, aren't they?
Yeah.
I thought so.
So you don't get any slippage. That's a problem.
Right. Well, they need that to be able to have the torque to go through that steel.
That's right.
No, I have thought about getting one of those slide deals for the tool, the precision cutter.
Yeah, you mean a compound rest?
Yeah. For wood turning, I think that might be fun.
I've got 2 lathes fitted with those. They're pattern makers lathes.
I bet they make one heck of a I bet they're great for squaring up stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, I've got a video on using one.
Have to look. I've probably seen it because I went through a bunch of your videos, man. I know I've seen them all the ones on the SKU. Stay calling lights or get to sleep. I'm not sure what you mean, Effie. I think they're telling. I think she's saying it's time for her to go to bed. So them precision head thingies, the compound rust or whatever you called it, them work pretty good for wood turning.
Yes and no, but they generally give a rough finish. That's the problem, and you've got to sand them. So.
Well, yeah, they're using carbides.
Still have to sand it.
Right, I'm just saying they're using carbides. That's why you have to sand.
No, I use just ordinary chisels clamped in. Why not?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Where's it going to?
Did they make traditional tools in carbide steel?
No, there has been a manufacturer that's tried it. Tried making bowl gouges out of carbide. In fact, Neil, that was just on, he actually has one out of Carbide, but you've got to have a diamond wheel to sharpen them. That's the problem. Good day, Tommy.
How you
How
going,
are you?
Tom? How you going, Tommy?
Hi, Tommy.
There,
Midnight.
there's a compound rest in use there on that link I just put in, Dark. It's only 3 minutes long, so.
How you going, Mike?
G'day, Mike. I don't know. I reckon there's something going on between those two. Because when one comes in, the other one comes in.
We know what's going on now.
Just don't tell his wife, all right?
They've been swapping wood.
Shit, dog.
Yeah, I went there.
Bazinga?
I think we went way past Bazinga. Well, that's not exactly what I had in mind, Robo, but that is different. And, well, it is the same thing, basically. It's just a lot different than I was imagining in my mind.
What's going on in your mind? I think everyone would be worried.
Did you watch it right through?
Oh, I'm watching it right now.
Right.
Yeah, that's a lot bigger than the scale I had in mind. I guess it would have
Well,
to be for what you're doing, but
I've got a bigger one than that.
oh my. That's pretty cool, though. I was just telling Jay the other night, the switch keeps going out. He might have to talk to you about a lathe deal.
Sorry, what was that?
I said that I was talking to Jay yesterday, I think it was, about if his switch keeps going out in his lathe, he's going to have to talk to you about getting one on some kind of a deal or something. I said, Robo has 3 million of them. I'm sure he'd make you a deal on one of them. Did I lose you? I said then he started choking to death, Jay. He doesn't want to part with one.
Yeah. Bloody cheeky bugger takes me off mute now. I go to turn around, to take myself off mute, and he's done it already.
Well, it sure is pretty wood. I like how it has light and darks in it.
Yeah, it's very nice. And
it might be odd, but I like that beat up look, of the bowls. Like you and Zombie, the wood, Zombie.
Yep.
You both turn the same kind of wood a lot of the times. It's just gnarly old pieces that you find around or something.
Yep.
And I like them bowls. I think they have a lot of character.
Yeah, me too. Work at getting your shape instead of doing it on a bandsaw.
Mike's out there. Yeah. Midnight's out there stalking Tommy.
Sorry, Mike. How did you get the lathe working? Which lathe? What lathe are we talking about?
Oh, I went and got another switch, Mike.
Oh, Jay, yeah.
Yeah. I was so upset for you, man. I know you were frustrated.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying, but getting a free
mad as hell.
Getting a free one definitely made up for it.
Did they send you a new one?
I went to the shop. I actually drove to the shop. It was about a half an hour drive.
Was you mad as hell when you went in?
Nah, because I rang them up first and explained.
Oh well, at least they were good enough to give you a new one.
Yeah.
That turned out great, man.
There's a couple. I'm going to leave the tenon on it because there's a couple of spots that I'll most probably fix up tomorrow. But I was just a bit keen to see what it was going to look like, you know.
Yeah, just be careful of those one more cuts.
Yeah. No, there's like a line going around here that I need to get rid of. See that?
Yeah.
And then there's another one up here that I need to get rid of as well. But I've been going for 3 hours. That's enough for
I don't
today.
know. I think it looks great, just the way it is, lines and all. Push it too much, man, you might end up with a tenon.
Yeah. So all the blanks that I got from Robbo's house, they're all going to be artsy fartsy pieces. That's why I'm putting my tree pattern all the way around this, and then I've made up 6 different shaped pieces for the pyro
Oh yeah.
pen, so I can try different shapes and stuff. And I've made one that I'm kind of hopefully is going to look like short grass kind of thing going along the bottom here.
If you're gonna burn that, Jay, I would put it back on the lathe and sand that wax off the outside of it.
Yeah, that was just the beeswax mix that I made up today. I just wanted to see what it's going to look like.
I don't know, it might not make a difference, depending on how hot the pen gets, but
It gets hot.
Yeah.
you know what I was thinking? You remember? Now I know you will. You'll remember, Robo. You remember them old wood burning irons, the real big ones? And you plug them in the wall. One of them would be great for a branding iron, I think.
Soldering irons.
Yeah. Is
what?
that what they were?
A soldering iron.
Yeah. Well, we call them wood burners here, and they were huge, and you plugged them in the wall, and they get smoking hot, and you'd use them for burning wood. Like
Yep.
kind of like the newfangled ones they got now that ain't quite as big.
Yeah.
And they're all fancy, and you have little knobs to turn them in different bits and whatnot. Back then, ours was just it looked like a soldering iron.
Yeah.
That's as good as it gets for a soldering iron, and with a nail stuck in it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If you wanted different tips, you got out the file.
Yeah.
But I think one of them would work great for how these guys have branding irons and they're using torches to get them hot.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think one of them would work great for that. Put your iron right in there and just plug it in, let it get hot. Because I imagine it don't have to get too damn hot to burn a logo in.
No.
Yeah.
5-minute warning.
No, it's not.
I meant, what do they only give you so much time on here?
No. And Amber leans out and says, 5 minutes to tea sometimes, So it's 5-minute warning.
No, it was my pussy wanted to come outside.
Oh.
I was thinking of the most appropriate way to put that for dark, I could have just said cat, but that would have been boring.
So he can't comment.
What?
I put him on mute.
All I said was that I found it enjoyable.
Get out
I
of
try
here.
to be good sometimes. Not
Sometimes.
most of the time. Not
Is
most.
that when you're asleep?
Well, yeah, I don't have a choice while I'm sleeping.
Oh, you kind of do though.
Well,
Midnight's just as bad. He says he can't stop playing with me with his thing like he was polishing bloody knobs yesterday.
I know. Yeah. And people yell at me for being dirty.
You just whacked the top on that without wiping it, Jay.
Yeah, no, I wiped it on here. I've got a rag. Oh,
Oh
fucking
shit!
fuck's sake! I've got a fucking rag, all right? Fucking hell!
They're all right or not?
Yeah, it's fine.
I see a scratch.
I'll give you a friggin' scratch in a minute. I make sure it's religiously done every time, Robbo.
Okay, all right.
Now, you see this rag here?
Yeah.
That's what I'm using to wipe it.
Come on, Midnight.
I'll blame that one on Robbo if it broke.
Yeah. I would have too. I was like, oh my.
Yeah.
Midnight says the sliding hammer I made yesterday, Dark. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah. Sliding hammer. That's what we're calling it now.
Yeah.
Mike's been doing it for so long. He thinks he's Thor.
Oh, sorry, Mike. You're coming in at the wrong time. Dark's at bloody prime shooting, prime aiming. Get it right. Get it out there.
Nah, I'm not all that, man. I get lucky sometimes. And most of you blokes have a dirtier mind than I do.
I must admit I can get down in the gutter if I want to.
Exactly. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Some of the company I've kept, man, have bloody curled your ears, I tell you.
You know, I'd rather sit with a bunch of fellas or even women, you know, if they want to join in, and talk dirty and have a good time and, you know, whatnot, than sit with a bunch of old farts with sticks up their asses that get offended when they hear a dirty joke. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The way I look at it, it's time and a place for everything, and I do get a bit annoyed about the F word being used a lot in conversation, which is why I don't watch certain channels. But anyway,
I try to keep mine clean. It's the live streams I have trouble with sometimes. I
Oh, you come in here.
I swear like a pirate.
God.
Sorry, what was the rest of that sentence, Doc?
I swear like a pirate usually, so you know, I can't guarantee, even when I've tried real hard to be good, I can't guarantee that I won't have a swear or a cuss now and then.
A cuss.
A cuss.
Yeah.
A bad word.
But I have found a way of watching Rob CP's videos now. I just turn the sound down. Although I must admit, he's getting a lot better these days.
How do you know if you turn the sound down?
Well, I do turn it up occasionally, but you can normally tell in the chat how it's going.
I like it when he's swearing. It's my favorite part of his show.
Well, I have a great deal of trouble understanding him too, so.
Well, sometimes he's hard to understand because sometimes he gets so bloody far away from the mic, you can't hear him. You know what I mean? You can hear him talking, you just can't make out any of it.
Yeah. Because he turns some interesting stuff, and
he is very talented.
yeah.
But most of the fellas are, you know. I haven't seen somebody on here that wasn't. Well, I take that back. I seen a guy the other day. Wasn't a wood turner. He was a carver, and I just about lost it on that guy. And then I read the comments, and everybody in the comments had already went off on him. So I just explained to him that if you're going to come out and talk about something, you know, and try to teach it to children, you should know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, Tommy. Like, he doesn't swear half as much now. The nerves have gone, as Tommy says. So, yeah.
Well, I haven't caught one of his live streams lately, so I mean, he was doing them there for a while, quite regularly, and then he just kind of quit.
Oh, he's been doing them this Saturday, I think he does them.
I'll have to try to catch him.
Yeah.
I won't give him a hard time about the swearing, but I did enjoy that. I just putting that out there. I didn't mind him swearing. Let me know he was real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I know YouTube frowns on it because
I've finally found a place that does mineral oil cheap. Because actually, you know, Bunnings doesn't sell mineral oil, Robbo.
Ah. Well, you have to go to the chemist, probably.
I actually got it from the supermarket.
Go to the drugstore or the supermarket and buy baby oil. Same thing.
That's exactly what I bought, Dark. Yeah, I got it for. I got 500 ml for like $2.20 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cheaper that way too.
Yeah. So I made one mix up with 80 grams of beeswax to 50 grams of baby oil, and that came out like reasonably soft. You can put your feet. It's hard, but you can put you can dig it out pretty easily. Like, see, it melts on your finger. And then I made another one which is 80 grams of beeswax to 20 grams of.
Was that just wood butter?
No, it's just beeswax.
Yeah, wood butter.
Yeah.
You mix it with yours is a little more solid.
Yeah, this was
most I've seen.
It's only got 20% oil in it, this one, and this one's got 50% or 40%, sorry. So slight difference in color there.
Yeah. Not bad though. The only ingredient you're missing for sanding paste is some people use I can't remember, it's something degranated earth or degenerated earth, or
you can actually buy it from health food stores.
Right, you gotta get the food safe. There's two different kinds. One's food safe and one's not.
I just wanted that one as more of an oil. The next one I make will be abrasive, but yeah, I'll wait.
There's another type of I think they call it pumice stone or something like that.
Yeah, rotten stone.
Rotten stone. Yeah.
Rotten stone or Tripoli.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna knock it on the head now. My dinner's not very far off from being ready, and
yeah.
Appreciate you coming in, and
Jay, take care, buddy.
Yeah, well, always. Thank you very much for coming in. Take it easy.
All right. See you all later.
Bye, Robo. Bye, Tommy. Bye, Midnight. Bye, Effie. Anybody else who might be lurking?